these are the MUNGYO watercolours that I bought. I got the 24 pan set. It was £24.99. I don't know why this was scribbled on. I got this actually from the range. I've noticed they started selling these, and I had my eye on this one, and there was a little 12 tin pack pan as well, but it was like more pastel colours. I haven't checked the pigments out on these, so obviously I'll go through all those and all the colours that they come with. This is obviously the box it comes in. It comes with obviously the palette and everything inside, and they're the colour ranges that it comes with. All I know is MUNGYO is a Korean company. I believe it was established around the 1940s, 1950s perhaps. And I don't know whether they started with like stationery supply first off. It was always just watercolours that they've done. I don't know too much about the company. I just know that these have been catching my eye for quite a while, and also I've watched a few reviews and they do seem quite good. I also am a sucker for any watercolours that come in the pans, just because I find these like extremely easy to travel outside with. But yeah, so basically in this video I'm just going to go through this pan. I'm going to do some swatches and hopefully do some simple watercolours and see what they're like. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. I'm going to open them now, but I managed to find a website that included the pigment ranges for these colours. So like I said, I got the 24 pan. So that is what the container looks like. The Finest Art Materials Gallery. Oh, I was right, 1946. Since 1946, so mid, almost late 40s, coming into 50s. Obviously comes with a travel hook, and that is pretty much the pan. And then those are all the shades, the colours, should we say. So obviously I will go through all these and start unboxing them. I'm wondering if they're simple to pop out. Wondering if they say the pigments on them. I do like how it gives the different. So that one's Vermilion. 807, made in Korea. Oh, there we go. Series 8, Light Fast 3, PO13 pigment. So it's actually quite good, decent. Because I wasn't sure if they'd have. I'll try. What's another one where I know the pigment quite well? So that's Viridian. 2. Series A, 3 last Light Fast, PG7. So the pigments actually don't seem like they're too bad on these. But yeah, so I will get through obviously opening all these, and then we will give a swatch. Unfortunately my camera died, so the swatches unfortunately getting started 4 shades in. I do apologise, but the whites and yellows and oranges have been shaded, swatched, and now I'm onto the reds. As you can see, the pigments are really quite nice in these. When I was reading the pigments, I do write them down underneath the swatches that I do, which you'll see later in the video. They are quite good. I was quite impressed. This palette, like I said, was £24.99. It's not the cheapest palette of paints I own, but it's also, I wouldn't say that expensive either for the amount of colours you get in. And also the pigments are so pretty, especially the oranges and yellows. They're very bright, but the pigments in them are quite high because there's just one pigment in them, unlike some of the blues where obviously there was quite a multiple different pigments in to make that colour, but that is to be expected because most colours like blues, sometimes browns and greens can be a bit like that as well, where there's multiple pigments in it. But a lot of the oranges and yellows are just one pigment, and a majority of these as well, all of them I think were series A, and all of them had a light fast of 3-star rating. So over time obviously they will last quite well and the pigments will still show, but also once again not the highest light fast that I've got in some paints, but yeah. The greens and blues obviously are definitely my favourites. Obviously, like most watercolours, they are a bit lighter, that they're coming out in the swatches, but that's to be expected. They're not like acrylics where they're a bit more pigmented, and obviously dry darker, where watercolours dry far lighter. So now that I've swatched all the watercolour pans in this Mungyo palette, I am now gonna sketch out 2 koi fish and paint them using these colours and see how well each pan and like the watercolours work together, and see if they blend well, see how much they do with some dry painting and also obviously wet on wet painting, and just see how it goes. But that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, so let's just get into that. Once again, I'm just really impressed with how pigmented the oranges are. I'm going in with obviously Viridian and the lighter shade orange. I can't remember what the name of that one was. And mixing in a bit of greens and yellow to try and give it a bit of a warmth to it. They blend out really well, and as you see later on in the video as well, the colours do mix together well, especially when I do the blues and greens to make like a water effect around the kois, which is later on in the video. So far I am very impressed. Obviously this sketch of these 2 fish obviously isn't going to be amazing. Like I say in many of my videos, I'm not a professional artist. I like to just doodle and do it for fun. And I added some of the deeper reds. I think it was alizarin, that one of the red shades I used just to darken the edges a bit, and used a bit of grey just to undertone the white, so there was a form of shadow on the fish, which I saw in the photo that I was using as reference. Once again, the photo image I got of the 2 koi fish I'll place in the video was off Pexels, which is a royalty-free site for royalty-free images, which are just put on there by photographers, artists, which are free to use by anyone. So the painting didn't come out obviously like amazing or anything, but like I said, I was just doodling, just seeing what the watercolours were like and how they mix together. I haven't really done many watercolours, so this is probably like only like a 4th attempt of using watercolours. Turned out far better than I would expect for me, with not ever using watercolours really. But I was just messing around really, especially with like the ripple effect that I was doing with the blues and whites. But overall I am pretty impressed with this palette. The pigments are really good, they blend really well, and they're just overall nice, and for the price as well, I do think you get a lot, and I do think it is a pretty standard good palette that you could have, and it would be very easy to use as well outside, like plein air painting. It'd probably be far easier to use that rather than having to take loads of separate pans with you or something like that. And also it has like a side bit that comes out obviously where I was blending the colours in that you can use, and just is more convenient that way. But that is pretty much it for the videos, guys. So that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you managed to stay all the way through, hope I didn't bore you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and obviously a subscribe would be much appreciated, but no pressure to. And I will see you in the next video.